Are they
Spider-Man's
trying to give us?
Spider-Man's an exclusive to PlayStation, but you don't get him. PlayStation players don't get him until next year. But we still get all the same DLCs except for
Okay.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man's the only thing that goes on PlayStation.
So you can kind of see where their plan started to fall apart, whether or not it was
Yes.
because
No,
And
yeah,
people were
whether or not it launched as a bad game or not, they weren't clear on what was happening.
it felt like it was kind of pushed a little early now.
Yeah, no
if they're
kidding.
looking at the plan like this, where they're thinking to release a DLC character of Spider-Man a year after release,
I don't think
or at least
Doing-
a couple months after
doing
release.
any
It's a year.
launch
It's a year.
like
An
that.
entire year.
Yeah.
Doing
Oh,
any
Jesus.
launch like that anywhere past a year, that's expecting your game lasts in popularity
For a
for a year.
All right, real quick. The price for Marvel's Avengers on a PS4 is still $60.
Jesus.
Yeah,
For
so if,
standard.
so if you're here in California, it's still $65 pretty much.
Yep.
So still not worth getting.
No, by no means. But they're thinking as if like they for sure know their game is going to last in popularity for the minimum of a year.
How long did it take for Destiny 1 to drop some kind of raid or something right after the game released?
So Destiny does it pretty, I would say frequently. So for when it first launches, it's different. If you're talking in terms of DLC, those release within about 2 weeks after the DLC's launch. As for the base game, I want to say about a month, maybe more.
So it was a month or more before they started adding more onto the base game?
Yes.
Okay.
So within a month, they had their updates, they had their patches, even some weapon drops that were like
Not
event-
released with the base game?
Mhm.
Okay.
Exactly. So they constantly update the game mainly because it's somewhat of an MMO. So that's why they have to keep updating it and keep looking at it. As for Avengers, it's mainly a single player game. It has its multiplayer aspects, but those multiplayer aspects weren't their main focus.
It really either feels like they should have, or they should have had a couple things ready on the back burner immediately to
Yeah.
release within a month or two
This is
of the
why
game's release.
This is why I'm not upset about Cyberpunk being delayed again. Because if you look at
You're
it in
not
those
upset,
terms-
but other people are.
No, yeah, I'm sure other people are upset. I know there are other people upset because I get calls about it, like not daily, but I get calls about them at work.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason why they delayed it again was because of the day one patch. They had them all done, printed out, they were ready to ship, but they wanted to do the day one patch before they shipped them out.
Okay.
So we're getting that on December 10th, along with any patches that they put through.
Really feels like everything that's been happening this year for video games just should have either been given more time in the oven, which it seems like Cyberpunk's trying to do.
Yeah,
Clearly.
Cyberpunk's kind of like on that line of like leaning one or another with delaying it, or I hope it's a good game. For their sake, I hope it's a good game.
Yeah, hope so. But
I have faith in
predict it.
them. CD Projekt Red did the Witcher 3, which was fantastic. So I have faith that it will be a decent game at least.
Well, I think that's all we really had time for today.
Yeah, that's all the time we have today, guys.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to talk to you all later.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice talking to you about this horrifying week for you, or 3-day period.
No kidding. The week isn't even over yet.
I know, and you gotta deal with all this tomorrow.
Yeah, I gotta deal with Call of Duty tomorrow.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, yeah. I want to talk about that later on.
Call of Duty's
I'll talk
release
about
is-
that in a different episode.
Great.
I know you will.
It's gonna be fun.
Well,
For you.
Yep.
thank you for joining us. Do you guys have anything you need to say to them?
I mean,
No, not right now.
Okay.
Do you got anything?
no.
Well-
We're good.
It was great seeing you all. I hope you have a nice time. Bye.
Take care, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful day.